Alright, Schlockmeister fans, this thing is called Old Cable Movie. Love, Lust, and Ecstasy. Let's watch. L'Ecstasy. This is Ari and his wife Sarah, played by Gita Wilson. Quite an age difference here. Well, while Ari's out messing around on his boat, Sarah's messing around with this guy named Alex. She's cheating on him. Now, what may be a suicide attempt, we don't know, but he crashes his boat into a reef, or whatever that was, a cliff.
She is very beautiful, isn't she?
He's now in Switzerland, recuperating, and in a wheelchair.
There's the rub. I'd like to keep my affairs in order. One never does know, does one?
No, sir, I guess not.
This guy's name is Stevens.
Don't worry, just leave everything with me.
He's going to hire him
I have to, won't I, Stevens?
to spy on his wife to see if she's been cheating.
The doctors say I'll be up and around in another few weeks.
This is Teresa, his secretary. She lives on his estate.
Which one? Tanaki Inc.?
Alex is a painter.
Use me to get over your block. You could relax with me and not worry, Alex.
Now she's kind of jealous that Alex is sleeping with Sarah because
That's not a bad idea.
she has a crush on him too.
Could you spare the time?
Yes.
So while Sarah is out riding a horse, the man she's been riding, Alex, is now getting ridden by Teresa. Can't show you that part of it though.
Your husband would love that, wouldn't he? He said only to do your portrait, don't you remember?
I know, but we don't have to tell it.
Come on, Sarah. Don't forget Teresa. Whose side do you think she's on?
So Stevens comes to Greece, and right away he's able to spy on them. He catches pictures of them having sex in various places on the estate, as well as frolicking around in the water.
With you.
Yeah, they do it right out in the open and make it very easy for Stevens to get these photos. Instead, Stevens brings the pictures to Sarah.
Ari sent you. Very edifying. I suppose you enjoy your work wrecking people's lives.
I do what I'm paid for, lady. Besides, you don't do such a bad job yourself.
If Ari sees these,
And they're more where they came from.
is there anything I can do?
Come over here.
Alex, I'm only telling you these things because I think you ought to know. Sarah is married to Perlis. Sounds obvious, I know. But that's how it is. She's an investment of his, a regular purchase. Sarah's just a business perk. She's worth boodles of money.
Teresa definitely has her sights set on Alex. Can she lure him away from Sarah? Here comes the blackmail.
What's the price of those photographs?
That's easy. I want more than I'm getting from your husband. That's good business, isn't it?
Can I have a drink?
Sure, but the drinks are on you.
Listen, mister. What if I tell my husband about this?
You can't afford to lose you now.
Spare me the economics lessons.
$500,000 and you're clear.
Where am I supposed to get that much money? To be here, don't I, Alex? What does she mean by that? Go on. Tell her, Alex, the poor little thing, that I'm now part of you, body and soul, even more than she is.
So now the cat's out of the bag that she's been sleeping with her lover too. This actually leads to a threesome, which I can pretty much literally show you nothing of, but it's pretty steamy. Pretty cool.
That was quite a show you put on last night. I bet you're proud of yourself, cock of the walk.
Look, Teresa, as a matter of fact, I am. Your ass over there, you get nothing or worse.
What could be worse than you?
Don't push your luck.
Sarah gives him the money,
That won't make no difference.
but she wants, or he wants more than that. He wants her body, too. And by God, he's going to get it.
The pictures.
Then he double crosses her.
It's been nice knowing you.
I'll bet.
Get out of here.
I won't leave here till I get the photographs.
You want those photographs, you know what you do? You gotta go out and hustle your ass and get me some more dough. I want it here in small bills tomorrow morning.
What I'm doing?
Well, she's pissed
Out of
now.
my way.
Gets a gun. Oops.
Try to forgive me for everything. It never would have worked out. Sarah. No, wait a minute. I'm not through yet.
She's leaving a
Could you
message
please repeat that?
for Alex,
Never
pretending to
mind,
be
it's
Sarah.
okay. Miss, just sign it, Sarah. When will you be sent out?
Basically saying,
Perfect. Okay.
Sarah's leaving you,
Thank
Alex.
you very much.
So when Alex comes home from his business trip, Sarah's gone.
Sarah?
But Teresa's there.
Alex, Sarah's gone away. She left last night for Switzerland.
So Teresa convinces Alex to leave with her, and they'll run off together.
Are you ready?
It's all over.
Alex, there's nothing more we can do here. Don't think about it anymore.
But just as they're about to leave, here come the cops.
Hey, look, Teresa, the police. What's going on? Why are they chasing her?
Sarah. Our movie abruptly ends just like that, with Teresa's arrest. Alright. Let's talk about this movie called Love, Lust, and Ecstasy. It stars an actress named Ajita Wilson, or is it Ajita Wilson? I don't know. She was a transsexual. She was born a male. In the mid-70s, she had a sex change operation, became a female. And then she got into modeling and hardcore pornography. And then she also did some softcore pornography, which is where Love, Lust, and Ecstasy falls in. I have her in several movies, actually. Joy of Flying, for one, is another one. This is a Greece-made film, from a Greek film, directed by this guy named, what's his name here? Ilias Malinakos. He did several other films similar to this one, including something called Operation Orient, which I'll be reviewing at some point in the near future. Anyway, what we have here is a softcore movie that used to show up on cable in the late 80s. That's where I originally taped it from, and it was released on a private screenings and VHS tape in the late 80s as well, which I have, and that's where I burned it from and made this homemade DVD-R here. It is available on DVD from what IMDb says anyway, under the title Erotiki ECSTASY, which is the original title. However, I have not been able to confirm that it actually is a PAL DVD existing of that. If there is one, I'd like to have it. But anyway, don't have it, so this DVD-R will have to work. Anyway, the film itself. There's this older guy named Ari, who's a Greek man, and he's married to Sarah, played by Ajita Wilson. He's probably twice her age, if not more. And he's in a boating accident. He's like going really fast, and he rams into a cliff. And the next thing you know, he's in Switzerland recuperating and being operated on and stuff. He's in a wheelchair. Perhaps he'll recover. We don't know. Meanwhile, back in Greece, Sarah is having an affair with this guy named Alex. Now, Ari from Switzerland thinks that Sarah might be cheating on him, so he sends an investigator to spy on her, this guy named Steven. Now, he goes and shows up and starts taking pictures, and he manages to get photos of her having sex with Alex, including that exact photo you see in the cover there. That's actually one of the pictures he takes. But instead of going back to Ari with the photos, he brings them to Sarah and says, look, pay me more than your husband's paying me, and I'll give you the photos, and you can get away with this. So she's like, okay, fine. Whatever. She reluctantly agrees. He's blackmailing her for $500,000 or pounds or whatever the hell they were using in 1981 Greece. So anyway, she gets the money and then gives it to him, but then he says, I want to have sex with you too. So she has to give in to that as well. But then he says, I want more money from you. So the next thing you know, he's blackmailing her for more. Well, this pisses her off, and she gets a gun. Now, she's staying at the house. There's also this woman staying there named Teresa, who is jealous of the affair that she's having with Alex because she likes Alex herself. And at one point, they all have a threesome together. But anyway, she grabs the gun and it kind of goes off. We don't see what happens, but we know that Sarah got shot and died. Next thing you know, Alex comes home. He was like on business trip somewhere, and he comes home and he's like, "Where's Sarah? Where's Sarah?" And Teresa's like, "Sarah left last night. She went to Ari. Why don't you and me run off together?" And he's like, "Okay." So as they're leaving, the police show up, and then Teresa takes off running, and the cops open the trunk of the car that Alex is about to get into, and they find Sarah's body in there. She's dead. And then the last scene is Teresa being arrested. We never find out what happened to Ari. Is he going to get his mobility back? Who knows? The movie just ends abruptly like that. That's the film. Tons and tons of nudity in this movie. A lot of full frontal nudity from Ajita Wilson herself. And you know what? If I didn't know that she was a man previously, she looks beautiful. You know, she really does. So power to her. So anyway, that is it. Again, it's a cheesy, it's not a sex comedy, it's a sex drama, I guess. Softcore stuff, obviously. Like I said, a lot of nudity in here, but it is definitely softcore. So, but anyway, if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to go wrong there because there's a lot of it. So anyway, check it out. Love, Lust, and Ecstasy. I'm curious if anybody else has seen this besides me. And if you can confirm whether or not a DVD exists of Erotiki Ecstasy, tell me about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Bye.